And Kenny coached a good game, and that included going to TJD in the second half. He has 11 points, 4 rebounds, and a block in 9 minutes. He's a plus 14. It wasn't anything we didn't already know about TJD. Like, we know what he does. He's just, his athleticism gives him, provides him as a rolling threat, which the Warriors don't otherwise have. He combined with Steph and Clay. He's got this thing with Clay where, like, those two have a two-man combination, which is, I don't know, pretty unique kind of thing. Like, they seem to connect a lot. Clay is not a ball handler by any means, but it seems when TJD is out there, he seems willing to, hey, give me the ball, let me run a pick and roll with TJD. Seems a lot more willing to do it when, TJD's out there than when he's not, which is funny because TJD doesn't play a whole lot and he's been getting some DMPs here. I mean, he had a DMP against Brooklyn. He's played just over 13 minutes or less than 13 minutes, I think, over his last 4 games, which included that DMP. So he's been out of the rotation here, and not surprisingly so necessarily, given, Draymond comes back. Draymond's inserted to the starting center. Steve confirms that Draymond's primarily a 5 moving forward. Leaves Loon, Saric, and TJD as bench options, and there's a squeeze on here, right? But with what he can do as a rolling threat, with what he can do with his athleticism defensively in terms of being a rim protector, the Warriors just have to utilize these assets that he brings to the table. They just do. And I don't know yet. Like I've spoke about it at length on the last couple of episodes, but you've got TJD playing just over 9 minutes. You've got Loon playing 11 minutes. You've got Saric playing 11.5 minutes. You can't have. I'm sorry, I don't like it. You can't have 3 guys playing between 9 and 12 minutes who are essentially playing the same role. Now I know Saric might play. If you're playing with Draymond, then Saric is technically your 4-man maybe, but I don't care. Like I don't like seeing those 3 guys all get the same amount of minutes. I think the difference between the 3 of them, is negligible sometimes. And so if you've got a higher upside prospect in TJD, who, I mean, he's 4 years at college, 23 years of age, so I'm not saying he could be an all-star or anything, but he does have a higher ceiling right now than what Looney and Saric do. And I think you've just got to pick one or two of those guys and just say, post All-Star break, all right, this is our guy for the foreseeable future. And, let's play both, 2 of those guys 15 plus minutes. And the third one just gets squeezed out of the rotation completely. And I just give TJD 15 minutes a game. Just give 15 minutes a game, because you've seen what's happened to the Warriors here when they've delved or dived more into the youth. And you've seen what's happened with Kuminga, all of a sudden emerged, risen to the second best scorer on this team, a perfect ancillary support for Steph Curry, plays in a way the Warriors don't otherwise have. And then Pods as well, who, has compared himself as a mini Draymond, and he really is. Like, what he can do in terms of impacting the game in a multitude of ways. He's averaged the most minutes over this stretch. Like, it's unbelievable. And the Warriors are winning with these guys. And I think TJD could be the same. I think he's a winning player. He's plus 53 on the season now in 506 minutes. The Warriors are better with him on the floor. And I understand it's hard to, manipulate some of these lineups where you've got the 3 basically backup center options off the bench. I get it. But I just think he might be the best of them. And he's probably going to be the best of them if you give him the runway and give him the opportunity to be able to play 15 minutes every night and see what he can do. Play 7-8 minutes every half. I just think he's going to be a really impactful piece. I guess the question mark is, are you going to trust in that guy come playoff time, or are you going to go back to Loon? And that's